I'd like to welcome Anton and Lori here. It's just beautiful to have you back. Thank you so much for coming. Love their music. Love their music. Well, I'd like to welcome everyone. And if you're new with us for the first time, there is a blue information packet on the back wall. Pick one up, and we have a board member and a welcoming committee ready to talk with you and show you around. And I'm here with Charlie. He's a practitioner, and I'm also a practitioner and minister. And if you would like a prayer afterwards, meet us by the bell and we'll sit down with you and be happy to do that. That's our favorite thing to do. So we have other people serving today in the kitchen and our greeters and musicians. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful Sunday to be here. Right now, I'd like you to turn to the camera because we have people watching us from all over the world, actually. And we'd love to say hi to them. And Lindy's working on the camera and letting them know that we're here. And people are going, oh, I see someone I know. You know, that's always fun when I hear that from people. I saw you there waving. And so if you'd like to say hi to your neighbor, do that right now. Good morning, neighbor. Good morning. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. And if you would silence your cell phone, Lori, if you would silence your cell phone, we'd appreciate that. It's not on here.
That was the prelude. We have an opening song.
Silence your cell phone. Focus announcements by Lori. You gonna do one?
We're gonna do a song.
Okay, they're gonna do one anyway. Okay.
Do a song. This is a moving and grooving one. So if you want to stand up,
you can stand
you
up
are
for
welcome
this.
to do so.
I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am.
So join us.
I am as God created me. In the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am.
So these are our focus announcements for the day. Just a reminder, tomorrow, the office and the bookstore will be closed in observance of the Memorial Day holiday. However, there will be furniture being moved about in anticipation of more flooring going down. So if you want to participate in that fun stuff, feel free to show up. The men's group is meeting tomorrow here in the sanctuary from 7 to 9 p.m. Bless you. The Spiritual Music Jam is taking place Friday, June 5th, with Shems and Acacia here in the sanctuary. So feel free to bring whatever instrument calls to you and come and just have a wonderful time. Reverend Sue will have a Grace of Aging Sage workshop on Saturday, June 6th, and it's about being mindful of who we have become. I think it's going to be in the social hall, right? Yeah, from 9:30 to 12:30. So one thing that I will share is it says we will share empowerment practices that engage us with the present precious moments of life. That sounds awesome. And we did share this last week. I'm going to share it again real quick. This is the Peanut Butter Gang. It's about women in a local nonprofit who are taking up a collection for their second annual PB&J Summer Food Drive. If you have any questions, feel free to contact Clare Bay Manor. There's also a large plastic container in the foyer that you're welcome to put donations into. And also, I believe back on the board desk, there is information about City of Reading repair grants. If you live within the City of Reading, you may be eligible for assistance with home repairs that cost up to $500. These are grants that do not require repayment. And that's it for the announcements. Today's reading is Just Beyond Yourself from The Bell and the Blackbird by David White. Just beyond yourself. It's where you need to be. Half a step into self-forgetting and the rest restored by what you'll meet. There is a road always beckoning. When you see the two sides of it closing together at that far horizon and deep in the foundations of your own heart at exactly the same time, that is how you know it's the road you have to follow. That's how you know it's where you have to go. That's how you know you have to go. That's how you know. Just beyond yourself, it's where you need to be.
There is only one power, one energy, one creative essence in this universe. It has many names. In here we call it God, or sometimes Big Sweetie. We just think our connection with this person we call God is so important in our lives. And so we're so grateful today to have this topic, I Won't Back Down. And what that means to me is when a challenge approaches, I know there's a way with God's help. I know I can count on Spirit to be there when I need help. I know it because it happens every day. Avoiding an accident, hearing a call from a friend, an unexpected letter. All these things are for our greater good. And so today I'm very happy to appreciate not only how this universe is created, but the power of the creative process, how our mind draws to us things that we focus on, things that are for our greater good. So I give great thanks, knowing that is so. I release these words to the universe, which always responds in a positive manner with the more love that we put in it. So thank you, God. Enjoy this day, this Memorial Weekend, where we honor those who have served so much and given so much to maintain this beautiful, free country. And so it is. Reverend Sue.
Good morning. Hey, let's act like we don't know what we're standing upon, right? Don't take it for granted. I want to thank the universe, the divine, for the abundant supply that when we called out, many people responded. And CSL organization, many ministers from there, all across the United States sent some money, some donations, many of you. And it all added up. And we had some beautiful demonstration from what's that called? The Northern California Foundation. They gave us a large donation for repairs. I mean, it just kept coming in such wonderful surprises. And so here we are, halfway there. So it stinks, but that's okay. We opened the doors and we're keeping the air conditioner up a little bit. So all in the knowing that it's just going to keep getting better. And I want to thank all of you up until now, those of you, I'm looking at you, you keep showing up and doing the hard work. I know Dick and Ernest, his buddy, have refurbished this whole room over here. It's fantastic, our library. And shortened it on one side, created more storage on the other. I was so amused last week, we had that roll of carpet that we had was like a postage stamp here. And we had to move it. And so unbeknownst to Nadine, she was on one end, it's very heavy. And she goes, come on, we need some help. 3 men on the other end and Nadine on her own end lifted that sucker to the front stage. I just was like, you go girl, you go girl. She's just impressed me over and over again, Nadine. I want your muscles. I know it's taken a lot of work, but she's dedicated to healthcare, self-care. But all of you I have a story in my heart, having watched you grunt and struggle and make this part happen. So, yay us, right? Yay us, yeah. It'll be interesting when people say, what are you going to do when you retire? They say this to Charlie. And in my own head, I'm going, he doesn't have to manage all of this because he's in the background managing it all. I'm like getting credit. I didn't do anything. And he gets the credit. So thank you. Thank you, Charlie. Oh. Yeah. And today is also, Memorial Day, you can be so caught up in the sales and a holiday and barbecues. But whenever it comes around, I always look back into what does it mean? What does it really mean for all of us? Because it, especially with the current war, lives lost. And it's just a time to remember. So, Charlie, if I could have you just sound the bell one more time, and we'll just have a few moments of silence just to honor. I mean, what a sacrifice. And it's usually young people, very young people, facing that danger. And they do it for democracy, and they do it for freedom and peace. So let our hearts remember those in every war, in every battle, who are no longer with us. Charlie. We humbly bow in gratitude knowing that because your lives have been lost, peace is. We give thanks for your courage, for the uncertainties that you faced, and we honor you now, wherever you are. Peace be with you, because peace is with us, and so it is. So, thank you. Feels good. Feels good. I'll shift gears, and the message we're continuing to talk about this month has been about faith. Now, the organization, I will remind you, had put out the original topic as divine doubt, which bugged me. So I have avoided that, though I have recognized that the moments that we're uncertain about anything is just asking us to be more curious as to why and to find our way forward. And I wanted to start with this little story. There's some humor in it, and I want to see if you can find it, because I'm not very good at these things. So here goes. Listen up. A teenager brought home her new boyfriend to meet her parents. They were appalled by his appearance. Leather jacket, motorcycle boots, tattoos, pierced nose, unshaven. He used poor language and displayed bad table manners during dinner. They, needless to say, were not very impressed. Later in the kitchen, her mother took her daughter aside and said, "Honey, he doesn't seem very nice. You know, she might enjoy the cottage." Here we go. With the doors open, I get a little bit like, hover mother. Okay, I'm sorry. Later in the kitchen, her mother told her that he doesn't seem very nice. "Are you sure he's right for you?" "Mom," replied the daughter, "I was concerned a bit myself at first, but then I found out how compassionate and giving and at peace he is. You wouldn't guess to look at him, but he's performing over 5,000 hours of community service." Got it. I know, I chuckled too. It surprised me. So that's just another example of the way we see things, the way our eyes and our hearts perceive when we look into another. And what if, when we're faced with any judgments that come across our screen of mind, that those moments that we just feel like we just have to say something, it's very important that we have to say something in regards to it. Could we just take a moment longer and see things through the eyes of that innocent daughter portrayed here? Believing in the goodness of people despite the stereotype. So we can also look at this from another angle. Ernest Holmes said, we are here to come to life not dragging our burdens and woes to hurl into the face of the infinite, but gently. We are called to lay them down at the altar of our faith as we turn from the valley of our previous despair, when we turn from the valley of our judgments. He writes that in this thing called You, which is one of my favorite books. To try, his encouragement, to try and not respond so quickly to our unconscious biases, yet still stand in truth. And last week, we spoke of still standing as a testament to our resilience, to a testament of our self-empowerment, who we are, our survival. And Lynn Twist, she writes this in one of her books, Living a Committed Life. It's profound. One of the things that happen when you wake up is you realize you're swimming in negative conversations This is speaking of when you wake up in the morning. In negative media coverage, in people's complaints about the world, perhaps even your own. And those negative conversations, which are a dime a dozen everywhere you look, are conversations that keep us stuck in the victim story, as though we can't do anything about these things. You may think we are just realistic about the ways of the world, but it's important to recognize that negativity and cynicism actually disempower us. Can you agree to that? Do you feel a sense of disempowerment? Now, Elton John approaches it just a little bit differently. This comes from a song he wrote long time ago about still standing. And he used those words in his song. He writes, "I am still standing better than I ever did after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind." Ooh. It's a pretty profound statement of heart, knowing that this bouncing back that we speak of, that I'm trying to point to from a setback, proving from then on your self-worth, how you're thriving, even without that someone or something that seemed at the time that it was trying to break you. So I won't back down. That's our topic today. I won't back down. We're still working that faith muscle here. Howard Thurman, who we've been focusing on, says, when the hunger in a person's heart merges with what seems to be the fundamental intent of life, communion with God, the creator of life, is not only possible, but urgent. No, that's all right. This has been a challenge so far. Little babies, my stream of thought, my retirement's on the precipice. I can do this, God. I can do this. Okay. Still standing. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Laura. Okay, so let me start this over, because Howard Thurman I have to read a couple times. When the hunger in a person's heart merges with what seems to be the fundamental intent of life, communion with God, the creator of life, is not only possible, but urgent. Now that caught me, because I feel that urgency as I'm on the other end of my timeline. And it's still to witness and know that communion with the divine while I'm still alive. The hunger of the heart, which is part of the giveness of God, becomes one with the giveness of God as expressed in the world of nature and in human history. So Earnest Holmes, he aligns with that when he says, when we see it, capital I, God, it, as it is, we shall see ourselves as we are. When we see it as it is, we shall see ourselves as we are. We can only see it by looking at it through our own eyes. Hence, we shall find a better God when we shall have arrived at a higher standard for humankind and for ourselves. So when you see it as it is, then we shall see ourselves as we are. So beautiful, so deep and lovely and peaceful, truthful, because it is. But I think it calls for a spiritual practice here. Because what stops us then? It seems simple. Those words seem like, oh, I could do that, I think. It stops us from seeing and feeling our God moments. And in the next breath, why are we ranting at how others aren't being as good as we are? I know you all know what I mean. So this compassion exercise fell from a book yesterday when I was trying to stuff it into my already overcrowded overpacked bookshelves. I'm trying to move everything I had here back home, and I won't let it go. I might need it sometime. I don't know when. But I'm personally going through actually a meltdown because I can't seem to get rid of anything. But back to this. Because I want to stay on topic, because this practice comes from the Avatar Compassion Project team, and I want us to do this together. It's very brief. And before we do it, I want to preface it again with another powerful quote from Earnest Holmes. The one who wishes to demonstrate some particular good must become conscious of this particular good if we wish to experience it. Therefore, we must make our mind receptive to it, and they must do this consciously. So it's not words out there. It's putting what we're talking about into action, into taking these spiritual pearls of wisdom and doing the good work. So here is this simple, see this little card fell out of a book. So it leads with saying honesty with oneself leads to compassion for others. So here's to help us find a sense of peace while we deal with humanity. And it can be done anywhere. So during the week, I'll make a copy of these instructions, and they'll be on the board desk next week. But I invite you right now, just if you might have already polished your consciousness this morning and there's nothing there that you'd have objection to, but if there is still a stink in the mind of something or someone or yourself that you're dealing with, bring that to your mind. Close your eyes. And with your attention on that particular person, you repeat to yourself, just like me, this person is seeking some happiness in his or her life. Still, with your attention on the person, you repeat, just like me, this person is trying to avoid suffering in his or her life. Still focused, just like me, this person has known sadness, loneliness, and despair. We breathe. Just like me, this person is seeking to fulfill his or her needs. We breathe. Just like me, this person is learning about life. There it is. A compassionate practice. Walking in another's shoes for just that brief moment. It took less than 15 seconds. And already the stream of your thought, your habit places in your mind are shape-shifting. So back to Earnest Holmes, he says faith in a certain specific statement has power consciously to oppose, to neutralize, to erase, to obliterate the opposite mental attitude. You know, sometimes we want a pill for this, right? They have so many pills out on the market. And if we just could take a pill to obliterate the streams of thoughts that we don't want in our mind anymore. Okay, back to Earnest Holmes. The mystery with which most people surround the search for truth relative to this principle is not read out of it, but it needs to be read into it. We have to pay attention in deep moments of contemplation. What is our spiritual practice leading to? Because you've heard this before, the infinite and the immutable, as the law is, ever present, always available, it must be the potential possibility of all human probability. It must, in other words, it must flow through us. It must flow through us in order to manifest for us. when you take those down, when you take those wisdoms down into smaller words, we recognize, okay, we're clearing our heart space. We're ready here to go deeper. We've been pulling each other along for several years, and we're ready to go deeper. We've come to a time together where we recognize that many of us, many of you, have been on this spiritual path for ages, and we're continuing to yearn for that divine at the deepest level of our being, the yearning for that. It is what we wake up to and wake up for every day. So I know for myself, that's what drew me to community. That's why I've stayed all these years, because we're drawn then to a community of others, as Mary mentioned in her prayer, who likewise have a deep calling to know God, to know Spirit, nature, Allah, Yahweh, Tao, Father, Mother, Divine Mother, Shiva, Shakti, or just plain it. We want to know it. Community then becomes a key to engaging with what we're talking about, this divine love, to channel our purpose. How can I be in service to all? It is what we try to encourage here. It's what we try to do here. We talk about it, but doing it is an entirely different concept. What do we call it? Seva. That's when you hear that word, seva. Now, I've heard it mispronounced many times. I'm here to do that Saba. And I'm like, okay, that's good. That's good. You've got the vibration of the word, sort of. But it's here. We do this for a reason. It has brought to us our awareness from the ashram lives, where seva is what holds the ashram together, right? Just back from the ashram. But it allowing this selfless service to the divine influence in your life. Any act of kindness, any act of seva, anything that you dedicate yourself to doesn't say that you're going to be nominated for the best ever person at the end of your life. You will know that. It's a soul knowing. Because when you do it with such pure sincerity, such pure devotion to simply be in service, it becomes the very essence of your being. You can no longer separate it out from who you are, your actions in the world. They feel your seva. Seva gets rooted deep in you. In the rotary, right? As an expression of love, it's an expression of compassion and caring for Mother Nature and also for humanity. So teams of people rally around in a common cause for a greater good to unfold. That's what we do here. And when you do this, and you know this at a soul level, you will never back down. Because it's a drive in you. It's a drive in you to want to benefit the greater good of others, to benefit this planet, to benefit the little people in the world, to make it a better place, to apply the knowledge and the gifts that you have championed in a lifetime. No longer ask that question, what's my purpose? Just go do it. Just show up and be there and do it. This alone is a purpose-driven life, and you can do it till your last breath. Now, performing helpful actions to benefit others, to support a ministry, that's what we do here. That's why we ask for volunteers under the umbrella of seva, to strive for the spiritual practice, to enrich the opportunities that are shaping our humanness with a sense of spiritual fortitude that is different. It's different than volunteering. It's something that starts to live and breathe in you and promotes above all kindness, respect. And so your participation in whatever you're called to be a part of here, you have to stay in that selfless mode and avoid getting emotionally entangled or exhausted and whiny. Because what good is it if we just end up sacrificing our own personal well-being because we want to do it for God? No, you've just sacrificed a part of yourself. No one wants to be around you because you're acting like Debbie Downer, and they just want that sense they're here for a different purpose. So don't bring others down. The intentions and the mission statement of this center and the CSL organizations overall promote these actions, these ideas for growth and a benefit of a world that works for all. We say that all the time. It just lives and breathes in us now. Oh, but also we have our thoughts and impulses all along the way, don't we? Because we're human beings. But if we pause our doing and spend time in our spiritual practices and devote our time in spiritual study, we become soul-driven, soul-directed, and we won't back down. This is letting our light shine. So we arrive here. We arrive at an understanding of who we are. And we have to be very honest as we walk that walk, instead of trying to become saintly or, I don't know, whatever you fill in that blank. What are you trying to become? Ask yourself, what are you? Because who you are matters. Who you are matters. And to know that most assuredly that when we leave here today, we walk with even more confidence that we won't back down. Not in this world, not at this time. The world needs this energy, this level of consciousness as we look up into what the greater call is, because there's enough being said about what's wrong. So we open up instead of contracting in to what's before us in the moment. And maybe at first, it's important for us to just try to drop resistance and just gaze. Do the spiritual practice of just gazing and try to catch the mind when it starts to form your opinions. And then pretty soon you're going to get a feeling of what needs to be felt at your soul level instead of at the ego, where it wants to fight it, wants it to be different, wants you to be right. No other person knew this than Ram Dass. How many, it's getting to a time, a lot of times when you say, who knows Ram Dass? And most hands still raise up. Yes, way to go, Jules. Yeah, don't we love this man? And what he shares in this book, of his many books, is still here. What he shares with us, he reminds us that he's always been at the gateway, peeking in. Oh, what's this drama going to be like? And walking into it. And then turning back and with great humor, with great insight, with great spiritual wisdom, with great heart, tells us, come on, it's okay. Don't be afraid. Follow me. Follow these pearls of wisdom. So there's so much I want to say, and I just got the cue card, so I'm going to go right to this, because this describes exactly what I'm talking about so beautifully. Ram Dass, at his mother's bedside in the hospital, waiting, he calls her Phyllis, waiting for the information from the doctor. So they're waiting. And so here's Ram Dass. I looked up at the picture of my guru, and I said to Maharaji, look, I don't ask you for anything because you know how things are and know things have to be. So what am I asking for? But if you could just slip it through karmically without any trouble, would you make this better? At that moment, the doctor came on the line and said, Mrs. Albert, sorry to tell you this, but the cells in your body show the worst kind of malignancy. The cancer has spread. You only have 6 months to live. Ram Dass, I felt my heart freeze. I looked at the picture of Maharishi and I said, you son of a... It shocked the out of me. I mean, I never spoke to him. I never spoke to him like that. I was furious. And then a moment later, I felt a flood of love filling my heart. I realized I was meeting Shiva. I was meeting change personified. And I said, yeah, that too. And I was much closer to Maharaji. We had just cut through, he and I, another level of that kind of goody-goody part of the devotion trip, and had moved into a place where we were recognizing each other across the universe, with all of its chaos, all of its horror, all of its change. He goes on to talk about that, relates that to the same thing happened when he had his stroke. There was the anger, there's a surge of anger and a feeling. How could you let this happen to me? He pleaded. But then all he felt in response was just this great, profound love pouring into him. And he felt closer to his teacher more than he ever had. And he realized in that moment he was learning the lessons of fierce grace. He said, and I think we sometimes slip into this, he was sort of dealing in life with a refined grace, a loving grace, the grace of good things. But fierce grace means I've now been given a fully rounded understanding. Now I have a full view of what grace is all about. It's like learning to love Shiva or Kali, the two deities who represent destruction and ferocity. It's learning to love whatever it is that brings us closer to God. You know, sometimes my words, sometimes that song comes to my mind, that Leonard Cohen song, I will speak no more. There's so much to say. And sometimes my time's ticking away. But I know that we know this, and I know that we'll all continue to be on this journey together. Because we're looking at something he describes, we can take more risks with our consciousness these days. He describes it, I can let the kite string out a little further. I can quit holding on. It can be scary. It's like going into outer space and you're afraid of getting lost there. But sometimes I'll find my consciousness someplace and I'll ask myself, now how did I get here? I let myself get farther away from home plate than ever before. So incredibly beautiful. Studying Ram Dass, sharing it together, allowing ourselves to do this idea of knowing that we don't like accepting what is because it doesn't feel good. And it certainly isn't right in our mind. It's not right in our understanding or from our perspective. We have to do something. We have to do something. But first, the very first step, accept what is. That gateway opens you to potentialities, possibilities. And then we do the work. Then we do the work to try and make it better. We quit fighting and we stand with the fire hose, facing the flames and doing something. We quit arguing with ourselves. And then we find that it all lands in a truer place inside of us somehow. We start to vision and anchor into our own sense of knowing inner peace, inner well-being. So I'm going to have Judy come up, and I'll stop there because this book has been, Roy Eugene Davis was a disciple of Paramahansa Yogananda, separate from the Ananda village and separate from self-realization. He did his own work honoring the Guru, Yogananda. He came here and spoke once in this very room. There's nothing like hearing Roy Jean Davis sing the Om. But this book, 7 Lessons in Conscious Living, it's been in and out of the give it back to the book drive, give it away. Because he lays his work out on tables and said, take what you want. Just take what you want. Very generous. So I open it up again, thinking, well, do I want this? And then I'm thinking, yes, I want this. Oh, I so need this. Oh, I didn't know that. But what I'm going to share with you as we close, so I invite you to go into your sacred space. As Judy plays the keys, know that the music that she plays through her, she becomes an instrument, her hands. Allow the divine to flow through. And I share with you, as you contemplate there, as you sit with such respect, such honor, such love for this center, wisdom of the ages, from the Upanishads, think about this, from the years 800 to 500 before Common Era. Lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from death to immortality. From Confucius, the year 500 to 479. At 15, my mind was bent on learning. At 30, I stood firm. At 40, I was free from delusion. At 50, I understood the will of God. At 60, my ears were receptive to truth. At 70, I could follow the promptings of my heart without overstepping the boundaries of what is right. From the Tao, manifest plainness, embrace simplicity, reduce selfishness, have few desires. St. John of the Cross, 1542 to 1591. The soul, when it shall have driven away from itself all that is contrary to the divine will, becomes transformed in God. Brother Lawrence, from the Practice of Presence, the years 1600. There is not in the world a kind of life more sweet and delightful than that of a continual walk with God. Those only can comprehend it who practice and experience it. From Plotinus, the year 205 to 270. You can only apprehend the infinite by a faculty superior to reason, by entering into a state in which you are a finite self no longer, in which the divine essence is communicated to you, and this is ecstasy. It is the liberation of your mind from its finite consciousness. Like only can comprehend like. When you thus cease to be finite, you become one with the infinite. Meister Eckhart, 1260 to 1300s. The masters say that the soul has 2 faces or inclinations. The higher one always sees God. The lower one looks downward and informs the senses. The higher one is the summit of the soul. It's gazing into eternity. Kabir, perform all your duties with your hands and let your heart be with God. Saint Teresa, settle yourself in solitude and you shall experience God in yourself. We take those wisdoms, closing it with a thought from Paramahansa Yogananda. In the highest state of consciousness, you can maintain your divine realization while working, speaking, or moving about in this world. When it is permanent, there is no possibility of falling back into a state of delusion. So we are blessed by the powerful teachers of the ages, those teachers, those prophets, those saints and sages, gurus. Speak to us today, reminding us who we are and who we're becoming. As we face what is, notice it gives you courage. You realize you can stand. You can stand in your truth. You can act with love, knowing at some level, at some deep level, this divine seed lives in all humanity, in all of nature. And we're all trying to do this together. So thank you, God, for a message that is inspired through the teachings of so many, falling upon our ears that can hear. As we take this truth and we celebrate it this week, we empower our lives and we recognize when we wake up in the morning, I have faith. I am that I am. Thank you, God. I release this prayer knowing that I walk in the company of the saints and sages in this room who have given me the courage to keep on standing and keep on walking. Thank you, God. So it is. Thank you. Thank you.
What a beautiful message today. I'd like to share a song with you that I wrote for the people of Reading, and I grew up in Reading, so it's personal. This after the car fire, and this song was meant to encourage all of us to keep on standing. We had friends that lost their homes, went through a lot of disruption. And I wrote this song for them. I wrote it in less than a week. You know, I'm really trying to get it where it needed to go on time. And as I was writing, there was this one blank spot. The words just weren't coming. And another friend from Southern California, where there's also a lot of fires, passed through town on a visit, and she was telling me the story of her mother's passing away. And she said, my mother said these beautiful last words to me, keep a good heart. And it was like a light bulb went on. I said, can I put that in my song? And she said, yes, so that my mother's words will go to everyone. It's a way to keep standing strong, keep a good heart. And you're welcome to sing along at the end when it repeats. Something lost, something found. In a single moment, heaven fills your eyes. It's all around. For a single moment, can you hear your heart in the quiet of your dreams? Keep a good heart. Let it be yours, let it be true. Keep a good heart, let it be happy. Keep a good heart, fill it with hope, see it anew. It is your heart to share. The sun reveals its brilliance like a diamond in the darkness, sending ripples through the cosmos to the edge of time. You've given it all away, what you never knew you wanted, what you always thought you had, but the heart remains. Keep a good heart, let it be yours, let it be true. Keep a good heart, let
Keep a good heart.
Fill it with hope, see it anew.
It is your heart.
To share.
Keep a good heart. Keep a good heart. Keep a good heart.
And you're welcome to sing.
Keep a good heart. 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 Thank you.
That good heart brought them here today, didn't it? That was beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, if the ushers would come forward, please. Please and thank you. And these people have really good hearts. As we prepare to give our offering this morning, I know our hearts are filled with love. Love and appreciation for what is offered here is for our spiritual well-being. We're filled with gratitude, knowing that life stays in balance because we know the truth. As we give, we receive.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
I give great thanks for the blessed donations received in the offering this morning and those that come during the week. I know each dollar supports this spiritual family in many ways as we grow together, pray together, and give thanks for all that this center has been blessed with today and always. And so it is.
So Mary yesterday spent some time, she's the file queen. I look at those drawers and I just think, I put it in the trash and I pull it back out. I put it in the trash and I pull it back out. And she went through, She pulls out the file, she labels it, she organizes it, she finds what's to be thrown away, and she takes charge. Who does that? Thank you, Mary. That'll make it a lot easier when we have to move those massive book file cabinets. So the work continues on. Today is Potluck Sunday, so enjoy yourself with refreshment afterwards. But there's still some room to sign up for help. Doug created these wonderful lists for us, and Charlie and he appreciate when the teams arrive. And I asked him sometimes, how's it going? And he said, there's just such joy. There's just such joy in making this place just shine. So again, hearts of gratitude for all that you are doing out there. And we have a final song by these two lovelies. And then we're going to close with the peace song. So that's always our big deal because we're going to keep singing it and knowing it. So thank you again from all of us for being here.
And thank you for your years of service. It's been a privilege to play here since James and Andrea were the ministers through all the various ministers. So thank you. I love you, I bless you, thank you for being in the world. I love you, I bless you, thank you for being in the world. I love you, I bless you, thank you for being in the world. I love you, I bless you, thank you for being in the world. I love you, I bless you, thank you for being in the world. I love you, I bless you, thank you for being in the world. I love you, I bless you, thank you for being in the world. I love you, I bless you, thank you for being in the world. I love you, I bless you, thank you for being in the world. Bless the